here that don't deserve to be here. And I see at least 50% of you already have your souls. I see it in your eyes. The other big thing is to get you to flip the switch to be the beast that maybe 3 or 4 of you are. And I'll tell you what, I'll take this knife off my waist and cut this stupid tattoo off my hand before I let any of you motherfucking bitches show up on Friday night to my dinner table. I won't allow it, and you're gonna earn the right to be here every motherfucking second of every second. Or I'll die before I let any of you show up there.
Listen, man, I think it's safe to say that at this point, I'm the king of unpopular opinions. All right, man, so it's safe to say that everyone and their mother has heard of the Alpha Male Bootcamp. Howard Stern talked about us. CNN talked about us. Every big YouTube content creator talked about us. But the media has a funny way of twisting things. And I get it, bro. This is how you get views. I mean, after all, no one cares about the truth when the lie is more entertaining. But I want to make a video explaining my perspective of the project. And yes, that's right. It's called The Project, not the Alpha Male Bootcamp. We have not once used the term alpha male in any of our videos during the 75-hour challenge or on our landing page. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, baby. I'm sorry, bro. But I digress. Why do I keep saying us and we? And like, what exactly is my involvement in the project? That's right, I'm responsible for all the videos you've seen either on the news or in people's reaction videos. Every single one of those videos was filmed and edited by me and also posted by me because I run the MDK Instagram. I say that to say that I take full responsibility for how viral we started to go, both good and bad. But check this out, even though the only clips that would go viral were the crazy ones, there were a lot of awesome classroom and teaching moments. So here are my 5 biggest takeaways from each class of the project that I know will benefit you as a man.
Is being able to control your freaking emotions, emotional regulation. This is why we bring such a level of chaos. This is intentional. Every move is done with a specific purpose, especially here at the project. The project is a metaphor for life. We're bringing chaos for you. We are showing you the chaos you're gonna see in the real world. Do you see what goes on out there when people get in a car accident and someone comes running out, screaming, throwing axes at them, and then the one that doesn't lose their shit can stay controlled? Look, you're in the kill house. Emotional regulation, emotional discipline. You're on the mats doing jujitsu, emotional regulation. You're in the ice bath. You're crawling in the pit. It's controlling your freaking emotions. That's why we need to throw so much chaos at you, so you're prepared for the real world. When you got in the real world, it's fucking easy.
All right, so even though it's not very common for someone to just get out of the car and run after you with an axe after getting in a car accident, you get the point. Emotional discipline is how you thrive as a man. But why? Because when things get tough, and they will get tough, and you have your back up against the wall, you can't panic. You have to be emotionally disciplined. Now think about it. When the ish hits the fan and your lady is panicking, you can't also be running around panicking with her. You're supposed to be emotionally disciplined, and that means being in control of your emotions, not letting your emotions control you.
Thoughts that occupy your mind and the people that you surround yourself with have the greatest influence on your beliefs. Those beliefs determine your actions, either inaction or all action. Depending on the action or inaction, you're either making money or losing it, having meaning or eroding it, or building yourself into the next version of yourself, or becoming an absolute degenerate. The thoughts that occupy your mind and the people that you surround yourself with are the greatest factors that determine whether you become a purpose-driven man or not.
So I've always loved this part of the project where Bedros would fully break down what it means and how to become a purpose-driven man. Because bro, check this out. At the end of the day, that's what all of us as men are looking to accomplish. Let's be real. We want to have a purpose larger than ourselves. We want to have a duty to fulfill. We want to have a mission to accomplish. And we want to have a family to look after and to protect, right? My man breaks it down eloquently as always, and the lesson's about 1.5 hours long. But in short, these are the exact steps to be able to become a successful and purpose-driven man. Number 1, watch who you surround yourself with, man, and the thoughts that occupy your mind. Number 2, those thoughts that you think about throughout the day, either positive or negative, are going to create your belief system. And that could be your belief system on how you think about yourself or how you see the world. And number 3, that belief system will determine if you take action, meaning, are you going to take action and actually become the man that you say you want to become? And then after that, that leads into 3 things that you're going to need in order to become that man. Number 1, money. You need money to help others on a grand scale anyways, to donate to charity, to donate to churches, to help people when they're down on their luck, like the people, you know, the hurricane survivors right now. It'd be great if you had money to help them actually buy groceries, rebuild their lives and things like that. So that's what I'm talking about. On a grand level, you need money to be able to deploy those dollars to do good with it. Number two, you need meaning. Without meaning, you're not gonna be motivated to keep going. You need something bigger than yourself or deep inside yourself, pause, to be able to keep pushing yourself to get past your goals. I gotta do this again. Y'all know what I'm trying to say, man. Meaning is very important. Otherwise, if you don't have meaning, you're not gonna be motivated to keep going to get past the goal. There we go. And number three, you need self-mastery, which just means that you need a skill that you can master and use as a tool when it's called upon. And of course, it's your job to flesh out all the details of the complexities of what that looks like for you. But in short, that, my friend, is how you become a successful and purpose-driven man. Get to work, bro.
You found that other place. You flipped that switch. And the dudes who aren't here right now, they didn't. They fell into that compromise. They fell into that negotiation with that inner bitch. In life, you're going to find moments of hardship, just like this. When I tell you the project is a metaphor for life, it's exactly that. It's a metaphor for life. It was emotionally tough, mentally tough. You were having conversations with us. You were probably cussing us out, and you had every right to. It was physically challenging, and you're going to find moments like this all throughout life. But moving forward, what's going to register, what used to register as a 10 on your Richter scale of adversity, is now going to show up as a 3 or a 4, because you're going to know how to flip that switch and project your way through it. Doesn't matter if it's a pandemic, doesn't matter if it's the death of a family member, doesn't matter if it's bad news that you get. Always remember this feeling. The last and final hike, you're beat up, sleep deprived, hungry, aching, and it was easier and more fun than the first hike where you had less shit with you and you were fresh. Find this place all the time. Find this place in life, in the gym, on the mats, in work, in your business, in your relationship. This is the best fucking place to live right here. You guys are doing solid.
Men must consistently put themselves through difficult challenges throughout life. Why? Because challenges make us stronger, man, whether you believe it or not. And also, it helps us put things into perspective. Think about it. What is the most difficult thing you've ever been through in your life? Well, that experience made you stronger and allows you to put things into perspective when inevitably you're getting your butt kicked again, because life is just like that. Life is crazier than Mike Tyson, bro. Be hitting you with those combos, left, right, uppercut, boom. It's kind of crazy, bro, but I hope you freaking keep persevering and pushing through. So keeping it short and sweet, intentionally putting yourself through difficult challenges is how you grow as a man. Simple. Now, these last clips speak for themselves, but here's a clip of Bedros teaching what's going to happen and the trouble that we're going to be in if men continue to stay soft.
We've seen, for lack of a better term, a degeneration of stronger men. Could be coincidence, but I don't think it is. More and more men that are coming through are softer, are more fragile, more likely to quit, and it's like a needle in a haystack to find dudes like you guys who are willing to push through. But this also says something about the state of our country and where everything's headed. You might be like, well, man, I tested myself and I know I have what it takes. And yeah, roger that. I'll continue to keep testing myself, pushing myself, keep the edge sharp, because the moment we stop sharpening, we start getting dull. That's just how it is. We could never stay sharp. And I want to tell you, it just can't be about you staying sharp and fucking savage. You have to be able to infect the people around you. And it's not by telling them how they should live. It's by demonstrating to them on how one lives. A life of fulfillment is underpinned by those 4 pillars of faith, family, fitness, and finances.
Powerful stuff, man. Now watch this clip of his perspective and opinion on what it means to be a man. Being a man is a multifaceted experience. You should be like a Swiss Army knife.
We're going to turn this country around. If we're going to turn masculinity around, we're going to turn humanity around. It's because you're going to actively infect those around you by being a good human. And that good human shows up in every way. A gentleman, chivalrous, savage, kind, compassionate. As you start families, my family, they laugh so hard, fucking orange juice comes out of my daughter's nose. I'll make them laugh so hard, but at the same time, we bring the thunder here. And when I'm in work mode or when I'm on stage, you'll see fucking veins popping out of my neck because I'm so passionate when I'm teaching, because I feel like I'm pouring a part of me into every person in the audience. And I want you to be that committed, be able to bring the passion and thunder, but also show your soft underbelly to the people that you love and who trust you, and your people don't need to be walking on eggshells around you.
So yeah, man, that's pretty much it, bro. The project has been an absolute blessing in so many men's lives, including my own. And I know one of the main questions in the comments is going to be, well, Lheyton, did you go through the project? And the answer is no. I'm going to keep it a bean with you. And it's definitely not because I didn't want to. I love all of that, man. Challenging yourself and learning from people like Navy SEALs and Marines and successful entrepreneurs, multimillionaires. That's a beautiful thing, man. So not because I didn't want to, but I'm just going to keep it real with you, man. Rick Spoon, who I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with, and if you're not, Rick Spoon Spoon is the gentleman who passed away during class number 5 of the project. Now the media will spin it as saying Rick Spoon was killed, Bedros killed a man, and it was negligence and all this stuff, right? That couldn't be any further from the truth. Rick Spoon unfortunately passed away because he had an enlarged heart, and he didn't know that he had an enlarged heart. So if he himself didn't know, how was he gonna tell the medics at the project or Bedros or whoever else signed him up? He didn't know himself. So it's super unfortunate that he passed away, and my heart always goes out to his family, man, but it wasn't anyone's control because we didn't know about it and he didn't know about it himself. But on that note, I do have control over what happens to me because I was about 16 and I was having heart palpitations. I don't know what the heck was going on. I was having really bad anxiety. My mom took me to the doctor. They hooked me up to the EKG. They checked my heart, did an ultrasound, all this stuff. Turned out I have an enlarged heart. And the doctor was like, hey, you should probably take it easy when it comes to boxing. You should take it easy when it comes to skating. And all this stuff was a crazy conversation to have as a teenager. And I remember fast forward years later, I talked to Bedros. I said, man, I really want to do the project. I believe in it. I love what you guys stand for. I love what it's about. I believe that men need to put themselves in difficult situations. And I want to be that man that can kind of go through it and be like, cool, I made it. Like, you know, now let's freaking conquer the next mission and let's start a business and let's do this, let's do that, right? So I told him all about this stuff, but I said, here's the thing, man, I have an enlarged heart. And I told him the whole backstory. He cuts me off. He goes, L. He calls me L. He's like, L, you're like a son to me. I love you to pieces. After knowing that you have that condition, there's no way I would let you do the project. And so anyways, we had a heartfelt conversation and whatever, but I believe in what the project stands for. And if you obviously can physically go through it, you have the capacity health-wise to go through it, I believe men should go through it, you know? And maybe it's not for you. Maybe therapy, just traditional therapy is for you. That's fine too. But also keep in mind, the project it's not just solving all your problems. It's uncovering traumas that you've had in the past. It's gonna help you understand who you are as a man, see around the blind spots that you had previously, where you say, hey man, I didn't even realize that I was weak in the area of leadership, or when I had to speak up, I didn't like how that felt, or when this person called me out and another man was standing in my face calling me out, I didn't know how to respond. Like, it's showing you where you're lacking. And then you take those tools and those experiences and you become a better person after the fact. So anyways, man, you can do the project. Well, not anymore because it's over now. There's no more classes. You can do the project and you can do traditional therapy and you can do, whatever else you want to do outside of it. This is my point, man. I think it's a good thing. And I know a lot of people freaking dump on it, whatever, online. And honestly, a lot of that's my fault because I'm responsible for making those videos. And I definitely painted the project in a certain light that it just is what it is. It started to go viral and I was like, hey, this is what's working. I'm gonna keep posting videos like this, and you kind of get addicted to the machine. So I take responsibility for that. But this is somebody on the inside who can explain, who these instructors are, what they're about, and what's really being taught behind the scenes. And I know for a fact it is benefiting men around the world. Talk soon. If you like this video, please subscribe, like it, drop a comment if you don't like the project, if you think it's stupid, if you want to call it the Alpha Male Bootcamp, whatever. Regardless, man, I appreciate the engagement. So throw your boys some comments, like it, subscribe if you want to. And bigger than that, if you like this video, click this one about the 28 ways to become a better man. Talk to you guys next time.